Hi, good morning. How are you?
Well, thanks. So where are we?
So here we are at Sydney Zoo, and right behind me is our chimp group.
And what's your job?
Well, I'm Lou, I'm the primate manager here, and I get to look after a very large group of both human and non-human primates. Never know which one gives me the most to do though.
And so show me what's in this enclosure. Talk me through it.
So behind me are the chimps, but if you want to learn more about my job, come for a walk.
Thank you.
So the guys are just starting to get settled. You'll see some keepers in the habitats doing husbandry activities.
So what do the keepers do in the morning in the different enclosures?
So normally our mornings begin with visual checks, so we make sure that everybody's okay. Any form of medications that need to happen, we'll do that. And then basically we'll go about our day and start our cleaning and feeding routines. If we have any training programs, enrichment stuff being made, and if there's any sort of booked in health checks or any extra work being done, particularly around maintenance. So we have a morning meeting where we talk about that in the day ahead, but the best thing about working with animals is that you never really know what the day's going to bring. So on my left here is our chimp group. This is just the morning meeting, the chimp morning meeting. So as you can see, they do actually get to know their keepers. So they're watching me walk past and they know that I'm like, what are you up to?
So how did you get into this line of work?
Many, many moons ago, as someone coming out of high school, not quite sure about those big life decisions. Wasn't sure if I wanted to work with animals, if I wanted to be a school teacher. So I took the safe path and decided to do a education qualification at uni. But pretty much towards the end of that realised that animals were really where my passion was. And so I think towards the end of my degree, I decided to ring Taronga Zoo and see if I could get a volunteer position. So I think I was 22 at the time, and basically that's how my career started. So 32 years later, I'm still working in the industry and still working with what I think is the best species.
And so where are you heading to now?
Come and I'll show you there. They'll just be getting up out of bed. They're the late starters of the animal world. This is Dawie, and she's living here with May and her father Santan. One of the things I really find amazing working with orangutans is just the hard work that goes into establishing a nice working relationship. It takes time to really make a connection with them, and I think that's what I really appreciate, that you know, it sort of gives you that level of respect and the idea that you really are working with one of the most sentient animals that are on the planet today. So they're very reflective, very powerful, and you see so much judgment or so much sort of, you know, analysing in one look. That's what I like of it. They just stare at you and you just think, what are you thinking?
Who's designing the enclosures to make them like nature?
So zoo design is very collaborative, so it'll be people that have expertise with the species, architects, zoo designers, maintenance, a range of different people that have experience. So to get to where we are today.
What kind of skills make you good at your job?
I'm going to say first and foremost, a dedication to wildlife and to looking after animals. I think an understanding and a flexibility around the challenges facing wildlife today. I'm going to say you need to be a really good cleaner. You need to be passionate about rakes, shovels, brooms, hoses. You're willing to get up early. You don't mind missing that family dinner occasionally. You don't get to go out every New Year's Eve. Sometimes you have to work Christmas Day, but often your zoo family become your family. I think a realisation that it isn't necessarily the best paid job in the world, but the personal experiences you get will far outweigh any of the financial issues. And I think you just need to really like animals.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll head out.